from morning by 8:30 when we landed in Mumbai. Till that we didn't have a glass of water. Nobody asked us a glass of water also. We are hungry, No breakfast, nothing.
Alright, hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to make this video for all international passengers who are traveling or who are planning to travel to India through Mumbai, mainly Mumbai. I want to pinpoint this port of arrival, Mumbai, and not Delhi. Delhi, I will be discussing about Delhi and Bangalore as well and other states, but I'm not sure about the exact rules of quarantine or what are the regulations. But in Mumbai, I'm pretty much aware because I just went through the entire situation yesterday. So I want to make this video. By the time you're watching the video, it's going to be 2 days of my quarantine at the hotel. But here it is. Alright, so here's my journey from start to end from Dublin to Mumbai during the COVID-19 situation. Right, so I booked my flights from Dublin on the 15th of January and I was supposed to land here in Mumbai on the 16th. So I booked my tickets through Emirates because I didn't want to take my risk of traveling through the UK due to the new COVID-19 strain of virus that is out there, and I don't want to put people in jeopardy here. So I made a good choice of flying through Emirates and I wasn't wrong. The flight was well equipped with all the new COVID-19 regulations and restrictions. All the crew members in the aircraft, they had the full PPE kit, probably the white kit. The food was good enough, so I didn't make a wrong choice flying with Emirates. The wrong choice I made was landing in Mumbai. Now here's the main problem what I faced, and I want to discuss this with you guys. There's a lot of pain points. Hear me out. I'm not trying to rant out here. I'm just trying to voice out my opinion, and I think every international traveler or passenger who's going to be traveling anytime soon to Mumbai should be aware of what's going to happen to them and what they should be mentally prepared about, because we had thought of something else, we were told something else, but the way it was executed was completely hilarious and also totally not expected from an international airport like Mumbai. Once you book a flight to India, right, there are two forms to be filled online. It's called airsuvitha.com, I believe, or .portal.com. Okay, anyways, the link will be in the description below, so you can have a look at the link. There are two forms. One is called a self-reporting form, the SR form. The other one is called the Exemption Form. I'm going to explain both. So the self-reporting form, number one, is basically to tell the government of India that I, who would be traveling to India, would take care of myself and would do a home quarantine of 14 days or whatever quarantine is suggested. I agree to do so, and that is mandatory, and I'm okay with that. We're okay with that, right? So you just have to fill up. You get a PDF. You need to show a printout or an e-form at the Dubai airport or whichever transit airport you have, and then at the final destination, that is Mumbai or Delhi. Any airport in Mumbai in India are going to have a check at the self-reporting form. That's what it was told. And the second form is called the Exemption Form. The Exemption Form basically talks about you having a special condition and you need an exemption from institutional quarantine or any sort of a quarantine that doesn't allow you to go home immediately once you land in India. Institutional quarantine is basically you stay at a list of, they have a list of hotels at the airport, right? You need to choose a hotel and you need to stay at your choice of hotel for 7 days minimum, and that's all paid by you, right? Not the government, paid by you. And there'll be a test, a COVID-19 PCR test that will be taken on the 7th day of your quarantine in the hotel, which is also paid. I think it's 850 rupees, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, it's also paid. And once the result comes out the next day, if it's negative, you get to go home. If not, you got to continue staying here. That was okay as well. I didn't have an issue. None of the passengers flying to India had an issue with that. It's normal. These two forms, the self-reporting form and the exemption form, were checked at the Dubai airport. Now once I landed in Mumbai, they verified my passport and my self-reporting form. Both were verified. So that was okay. But the exemption form was not verified because in Mumbai, if you are from any of these countries, you do not have an exemption from the institutional quarantine. Now that was not visible on the AirSuv website quite evidently. It was not there. I think it was hidden in some of the frequently asked questions somewhere. Again, I'm not trying to blame the government here. If government has made rules, it's all for the good. Once landed in Mumbai, the first thing that happened was you went to the immigration counter, which was quick enough. I didn't expect. Normally, it takes around 20 minutes to 25 minutes for us to clear out the entire queue and then finish immigration. But it took me 3 to 4 minutes. I know, it was quick enough. Then I went for the baggage claim, which took me around roughly 15 to 20 minutes. So I landed there at 8:35 in Mumbai, and everything until my baggage claim was done, I think by 9 a.m. or 9:10 a.m. So half an hour, all accepted, it was all okay. I mean, that's usual. And then we went for the screening, the final screening process before you exit the Mumbai airport. Now that includes your hand luggage and your check-in baggage. Both are to be screened finally, just for a final safety check. And once you're done with that, you're good to go. Now there was this huge space inside the airport before the exit, and there were, I would say, 300 to 400 to 500 people in one place. Half of them did not have the masks on. So there are different counters. All these different counters, we didn't know exactly what they were. So one of the counters was for people who live in Mumbai. The other was for people who live outside Mumbai but in Maharashtra, like the other districts in Maharashtra. The other one was for other states in India. After a while, after 10 to 15 minutes, there were like multiple people at those counters. We didn't know whom to ask for. There were no proper lines, as it was until the screening happened. So until the screening, there was neatly organized lines. That space was more than enough for someone to get affected by COVID, because half the people who are at the counters didn't have their masks on. There was a lot of mess, a lot of chaos. People didn't know where they're bumping into. They were asking questions. Nobody was clear what exactly to do. Now, I do not live in Mumbai, but I live in another district in Maharashtra. So I had to go to the counter, wait for my turn. And once I got my turn, then I had to choose a hotel. There was a list of hotels registered by the BMC, and you can only choose a hotel from that list. You can't choose a hotel of your choice to save money or for your own convenience. There's a lot of hotels spread all throughout Mumbai, so you have the convenience of choosing your stay from different price ranges. So we have 1 star, 2, 3, 4, up to 5 star. On the edge of the site, it's clearly mentioned that if you have a COVID-19 RT-PCR test that is negative 72 hours prior to departure, then you can be exempted. You can fill out the exemption form under that category of having a negative PCR test report, and you can go home. But that wasn't the case for people coming from the Middle East countries. So once I booked the hotel, right, there's a small contact number given beside each hotel. You got to call them, book your hotel on your name, and then let them know. So then they will write the hotel's name onto your boarding pass, and you need to go down to the basement where there's a line of buses waiting for you, BM certified buses, privately, to manage this situation. Now, do not expect these buses to have any safety regulations. Honestly, I'm not trying to exaggerate here, but it is what it is. They were just normal regular buses. Each bus had a small space at the back. We had to put all our luggages there and take a seat in the bus. Now, the bus fare was 50 rupees. I don't know for what joy, but okay, 50 rupees, fine, not an issue. He was supposed to take us inside the hotel, drop us there, get our luggages out, and then exit from the hotel. That was the procedure for what they were hired for. Now, what they did was, they said, the bus won't go in, so you got to get it from here and walk into the hotel. We didn't mind. When we asked, how would we carry all the luggage? Because I just had one big check-in and a trolley bag and a backpack. I was okay with that. There are people who had multiple luggages and they didn't know how to carry it to the hotel. They said, carry it yourself. Literally, this was his authority. That was bad. That was mean. So one of the passengers actually asked him back, questioned him back, and then he apologized. I landed in Mumbai at 8:35 a.m. in the morning. Honestly, I reached the hotel at 1:10 and I checked in at 1:35 in my hotel. If you are traveling to India, you have got two solutions. One is that you book a connecting flight. If you're landing in Mumbai, book a connecting flight to a different state, probably whichever state you live in, so that you are exempt from the 7 days of quarantine. You get a stamp on your hand saying that yes, you have a booked ticket for a connecting flight, and you are exempted from the 7 days of quarantine stay at the hotel. The second solution is do not enter Mumbai. Simple. You can land in Delhi or in Bangalore or other states. I'm not sure about the rules of every state, but I think in Delhi it's a 1 day of quarantine at the hotel, a paid quarantine, but it's still better than 7 days at Mumbai, right? Still better than 7 days in Mumbai, wasting money. The price of the hotels are not cheap. For people who can afford. For people who can't afford to stay 7 days at a hotel paying so much, BMC has got a BMC quarantine room which is free of cost. I think you get free food as well. But I'm not really sure about the hygiene level there, and I think it's easy to contract the COVID virus, and I really pity people who can't afford that. There were some who chose to go to the BMC quarantine room because they didn't have enough money, and I feel bad for them, but that is the situation here. I mean, that's how it is. Now I want you guys to really share this video. Now this video is made for everyone who's traveling to India from any other country, and I want them to be aware of what's happening at the Mumbai airport. So I'm not saying it's bad, I'm not saying they're bad, but my experience of landing in Mumbai and what happened until I got to the hotel was really bad. Please like and share the video and subscribe for this channel. I'm going to be also putting up a video of my room tour, hotel tour, and my experience of staying at the hotel in the institution quarantine soon this week. So stay tuned and see you soon.